Mailbag time here on any given Thursday. Use hashtag NBA or Super Chat to get your questions on the show. He's Chase. I'm Harrison. We're going to answer all of your questions here on Chat Sports, NBA related, so use that hashtag NBA. Okay, Coach Dreadhead's been riding with us all day long. Kyrie traded to the Wizards for Beal. That way Kyrie could be in D.C. with all his politics as well, have his own team, and Beal can chase that ring.
But here's the thing, though, Bradley Beal's not
vaccinated
so he wouldn't be able to play in half the games like Kyrie, or none of them, according to Sean
He's also
Marks.
unvaccinated. It's just not a storyline because the guidelines are different,
right.
Coach. In theory, that would be great.
It would be, yeah.
By the way, Beal next to Harden and I think he'd fit better than Kyrie.
Harden would then slide back to the natural position of point guard.
He's the point guard anyway.
And then you have Beal and KD who can control ball or be off ball.
Oh, that would be electric.
What?
How about this? What if they went to Beal and they're like, we'll do this trade, but you have to get vaxxed.
Exactly.
What do you get vaxxed? I think he might to go chase a championship.
That's the difference maybe between Beal and Kyrie. Beal's like, I want a ring, I'll get vaxxed.
I'll do it.
Kyrie's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't want a ring. That would be amazing. Alizai pinned, the Lakers need to trade for Russell Westbrook. Well, they already did. Did they need to? Is that what you're asking?
Do they need to trade him in general?
Oh, trade him away.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to do that.
Can we watch a game first?
A couple games into the preseason.
Yeah. I mean, he has been turnover heavy. Look, don't overreact if the Lakers start like 5-5. This is going to take time. LeBron acknowledged that this new big three with him, AD, and Westbrook is going to take a few games. But look, there's when you go get Russell Westbrook, you're going to have to deal with turnovers. We know that. So the question is, can he rein those in, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what it's all about. And Russell Westbrook, while he's been such a dynamic player and a breathtaking athlete, he does play a reckless style of basketball. And for the Lakers to be successful, that cannot happen because if he's turning the basketball over, that's not sustainable for long-term success, which is really what it should all be about for the Lakers. They're all in for this year. Kyrie or Russell Westbrook, man, he just has to find a way to kind of hone it in and settle down a bit.
We got Brad Chang. What's going to happen with Kyrie? Could he get traded? Katie and Harden seem pissed. I do think Harden really seems pissed. I mean, they asked him, "Have you talked to Kyrie?" He said, "No." So they should be, right? I mean, they came together to win a championship, and Kyrie's unavailable.
Look, if you're Kevin Durant, right? You're like, man, I understand that things got icy. Things got contentious in the Bay between him and the organization with Steve Kerr and Bob Myers. But from an overall basketball move and a business move, he left Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green for the flake that is Kyrie Irving. That's just not a good move for him. It's just not a good move if it's all about winning championships.
We did Kyrie trade destination, so go check that out if you missed it. But, I mean, I just don't think it's that likely that he gets traded either. We'll ask you this. Will Kyrie Irving play this year? Type Y for yes, type N for no. We'll make this the pinned comment on today's video, so if you get hit with the YouTube ad break, scroll on down, answer the question, and then come back up, and the video will be up and playing. All right, we got Evan Hinders, hashtag NBA. How many players will the Lakers sign? How many more players? I mean, their roster's pretty set, so it's really they got to cut a player or two. To get down to 15.
They just signed Frank Mason III late last night, right? To an Exhibit 10 contract,
are they going to put him on a two-way?
The preseason is pretty much over with the regular season starting this upcoming week. So I think with that, they might only have like a roster spot or two available. But keep in mind, for NBA opening night, 15 roster spots. And Austin Reeves has been playing really well. I think he might occupy one of those.
Yeah, I think the Lakers are pretty set.
Yeah.
Robert Bruce, with all the moves the Celtics made in the offseason, do you think it would put them at least in the top 5 conversation and in the East? I mean, you would hope so, right?
So everything is up in the air because of Brooklyn in the East, right? So now, without Kyrie, do the Milwaukee Bucks become the top team in the East? You have the Milwaukee Bucks. You have the Brooklyn Nets.
I still think it's those two and then Miami.
It's those two. It's Miami. It's Chicago. It's Philadelphia. It's Atlanta, who I think might even be the third best team. Maybe even better than the Miami Heat. So I'm not sure where the Celtics lie in the East. I do think they're going to be better than a 500 campaign last year. Knicks too.
If you want to go bet on your favorite team to win the NBA championship, BetUS is the place to do it. Go to chatsports.com/bet. The reason you want to use that link is because then you can get the promo code chat125. You plug that in, that'll get you a 125% deposit bonus. Put down $100, they'll give you $125 for free. Maybe you're a sports gambling beginner. That's where the bonus comes into play. Chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code chat125. All right, Alizai Penn next up here is Jordan Poole, the next franchise star for the Warriors. I'm not ready to say star, but
I think the face of the franchise and the star for still a couple of years is going to be Steph Curry. And I'm hoping that Klay Thompson is able to come back upright and healthy. But could Jordan Poole pour it in off the bench once Klay comes back? Could he be a part of that starting five? Yes. Could he average 15 to 20? I think he could.
This proves, once again, the Warriors really know how to evaluate draft prospects. I mean, all of their core were draft guys. Steph drafted him. Klay drafted him. Draymond. And it's not like those were top 3 picks. I mean, Draymond was second round. Poole was late in the first round. So they've done a damn good job in Golden State. Isaiah 6, is it too much to say that a finals rematch is a likely scenario? Suns are blasting everybody right now. I'm not going to overreact to preseason, but it's definitely a possibility that we get Bucks Suns. Would I bet on that over the field? No, I'd take the field, but it wouldn't shock me. I mean, it's definitely possible.
Yeah. Right? I could see it happening because
my guys are laughing in the studio. I don't know what I missed.
Phoenix Suns, Milwaukee Bucks, I still think they're 2 of the top teams in the league. I mean, they have to be 2 of the top 10 teams, right? I like what Phoenix still has. You bring back Chris Paul, Devin Booker dealing with some health issues right now, but he'll be back. DeAndre Ayton took a massive jump last year. And I think Giannis Harrison showed a lot of people that he is no doubt a top 5 player in the league.
Gamer Dude is next up. Chase and Harrison, how was your day? I subbed to the Chat Sports. Appreciate that. I love you guys, and I follow Chat Sports on Twitter, and I follow you guys on Twitter. Thanks, Gamer Dude. We appreciate it. At HGram NFL, he's at Chase_C.
There you go.
Colin Reed, how long and what will it take for Simmons to rebuild his value to be traded? What are the odds he is booed on opening night? Tell me, Philly boy, what are the odds he gets booed on opening night?
Oh, Ben Simmons is going to get booed in the home opener. There are so many Sixers fans who are so fed up with his inability to grow and evolve his game, his unwillingness to get better, but also how he has handled this entire situation over time. So I can guarantee you that Sixers fans, if Ben Simmons does play in their home opener, because that's still up in the air, they're gonna go in on Simmons.
Frank the Tank is next up here. Will Ben Simmons play for the Sixers this year, or will he get traded? Similar question here. I think he'll start in Philadelphia, but I still think he gets dealt by the trade deadline.
I think Ben Simmons is going to get dealt at some point. Now, I just can't believe what has transpired this past week because it kind of came out of nowhere. Ben Simmons just shows up to the arena. Elton Brand gets a text, and he's like, whoever texted him, they said, Ben is outside waiting to get his COVID test. So I did not foresee Ben Simmons reporting to the Sixers. I thought this hold-off was going to be, like Brian Windhorst said, a throwing down of the gauntlet. But when you get fined $1 million for not showing up, and the Sixers are already withholding $8 million from your salary, that'll force a lot of people to come to Philadelphia from Los Angeles.
Yeah, just not a good situation. You tell us, will Ben Simmons play for the Sixers this year? Type 76 for the Sixers, type O for other, as in another team. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments. 76 for Sixers, or you can type in O for other. We'll get to your next question here. JP on sports. We'll go to SM. What would it take for the Lakers to acquire Kyle Anderson? Does Kyle Anderson do much for you, Chase? He was okay with Memphis last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was solid. He gives you some size. He's not really explosive
He's
or all
become
that
a better
athletic.
shooter.
He's become a better shooter and really an all-around better player. Now, when he was at UCLA, a lot of people were pegging him to be a future star at the college ranks as well as in the NBA. He has not become that, but as a solid role player, I like him on the Lakers. I guess he'd be a decent addition. I just don't really think they need him all that much.
All right, here's JP on sports. When the league expands, the teams are Seattle and who? Vegas, Kansas City, or Louisville? It's got to be Vegas, dude. With how much.
How about Nashville? Nashville might be in there as well.
Yeah, I just think Vegas, with the way,
I'd like Seattle.
They've embraced hot, for sure Seattle. But if you're going to do 2 expansions, I'm doing Seattle and Vegas first because Vegas has exploded with the Raiders and with the Golden Knights. Like, those hockey games are lit, not just for locals, but for traveling fans as well, because of sports gambling. And then Seattle, look, we all love the Supersonics, so bring them back. Isaiah, we got a couple more here. Where do you think Toronto fits in the East playoff picture? This year in Tampa held them back, but the East got much stronger. I think they're like a bubble playoff team.
I think they're a bubble playoff team, too.
I think they still have enough talent.
I'm sorry that we agree so much, but
I know
that's why we do a show together.
We have good analysis. What can we say? Big play, KPJ gets the final word here, unless we get a super chat. John Morant, sleeper, most improved player. The thing is,
I think he's already a star.
If he's going to win most improved, doesn't that mean he's probably like an MVP candidate? Like he's averaging like 28 and 10?
I don't know if he has to improve all that much.
I mean,
think John Morant is already a star.
We saw Luka, his second year in the league, be a most improved finalist after winning Rookie of the Year. So, but he improved his scoring by like 9 points. He went from like 21 a game to like 29 a game. So John Morant would have to do something similar. He'd have to average like 30 to be in that category.
NBA season, basically here. I mean, the NBA preseason almost over, training camp wrapping up. The regular season gets underway this coming week. So if you want more NBA news and rumors, as well as all of your coverage with the NFL, hit that red subscribe button down below. We're getting closer and closer, folks, to 265,000 subscribers. Nobody does do what we do here at Chat Sports. We're one of a kind. Help support us.